Released as single issues from October 2014, Wytches Volume 1 contains the first 6 issues in the series written by Snyder, whose current run with DC's Batman and Vertigo's American Vampire show us exactly what a talented writer can bring to comics. Artist JOCK and colorist Hollingsworth are the perfect complement to the twisted world created by Snyder, with JOCK's lines and character design managing to convey the character's emotions in a very physical way. Like the glue that binds the book together, Hollingsworth's use of color and the way that he has managed to let the terror in the woods and the words drip onto the pages is incredible, bringing the whole look and feel of the story terrifyingly close to the reader. The story itself follows the Rook family, who have just moved to a new town in an attempt to escape their past. The members of the family are all dealing with their own personal demons. Charlie, the struggling author and recovering alcoholic trying to make up for the anguish that this put on his family. Sailor, who witnessed the disappearance of a schoolyard tormentor and was subsequently blamed for the disappearance. And Lucy, who lost the use of her legs in a freak car accident. This range of topics all feel real, not only to the characters created within the pages of the book, but also to the reader. These are issues people deal with on a daily basis. The fear of the unknown, the dark recesses of the world where things move in the shadows. Trying to deal with the past and make sure that you make up for lost time. The guilt of not acting, or acting in a way that can negatively affect the people around you, your family. It feels that all these fears come from a personal place for Snyder, who has often discussed his history of battling mental illness and the toll it can take on the people around him. It also taps into the primal fear of the unknown, the bumps in the night that even the most logical person has felt at some point in time. The story is frightening, grotesque, and strangely human, but never presents itself as anything but fictitious horror. It tells its story without preaching. I originally read the first arc as single issues, which suffered mildly from pacing problems around issue 4. Because of its presentation, the paperback version almost entirely alleviates this problem. The middle of the story is a respite to the horror that is present in the first 2 issues, and the 5th and 6th issue, and without the center of the book to strengthen the story's lore, it would be much weaker as a whole. Overall, Snyder feels like he's using real-life interactions and personal history to drive the story and make the characters come to life. At the end of every issue, he takes us into his life, describing where certain feelings that he had used to fuel the story came from, and the real-life events that helped shape Wytches. We also see some of the inner workings of JOCK and Hollingsworth's creative process, watching the images come together into the twisted visions that the 3 creators share. Wytches Volume 1 should be read by comic book fans, by horror fans, by anyone who wants to read a great story. It's become one of the highlights of my standing order, and I look forward to getting deeper into the world.